Defloured strawberry mango variant. It's pretty solid, very juicy, very good. We've had Witch's Hat on here before. I believe we had the 3-course Kolsch a while back. I really enjoy them. They're based out in South Lyon, Michigan, for those who are not familiar with it. They have this whole thing with bats over there that I noticed, and I really wanted to like get into that story a little bit. I read the I think we read the can for the 3-course Kolsch a while back, but I found like a deeper story about Witch's Hat that I kind of thought was cool. In 2010, like many others, I guess they were going through a recession at that. I guess it was a recession time, 2008, 2009, 2010. Like many others, Michigan's lost our job. Both of them at the same time. Ryan and Aaron are the owners. They just had their first baby. The job market was terrible. Money was running out. One night, a physical bat flew into their living room, and they saw it as a positive omen. It was shortly after that we scraped every last penny together and took a gamble on our dreams. Being unemployed and getting a small business loan was hard. Most said it would be impossible. We fought, and we made it. We take pride in the craft and have a passion for. Being a gathering place and giving back is a support. Hold on, I'm sorry, but I can't read today. We take pride in the craft and we have a passion for. Being a gathered place and giving back is a huge part of who we are and a symbol for our gratitude for the community that embraces us and supports us. Everything is connected. Luck brought us our bat, and it is our mission to spread the symbol of the bat onto you. It kind of sounds similar to a certain DC superhero. Thank you for indulging in our dreams, sharing our vision, and most of all, keeping us happily employed. Cheers, Ryan and Aaron. I really enjoy this, man.
It's good.
It's light, citrusy. It's coming at 6.5 ABV. It's not too bitter. You can definitely taste like the pineapple. Oh, not pineapple. You can definitely taste like the mango. And I love. So here's the thing: brewing with strawberry is ridiculously fucking hard. Like,
Really?
you can never really get the flavor right because it always tastes like fake in a way. So it's because people either use too little of it, or and then it doesn't come out through, or you use the strawberry extract like syrup, which tastes like phony. Like it just doesn't taste like authentic. This is actually one of the better strawberry like fruited beers I've had in a long time, so it's good. Like that and Strawberry Letter from 23 from Duclaw is another one too. This is really, really good, man. It's really balanced, not too hoppy, really easy to drink. This would be perfect for summertime, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I enjoy it. And everything's connected is something that's going to come back around later on, and later in the episode too, which is funny because that seems to happen quite a bit with our episodes. Yeah, no, I enjoy this for sure. I've been loving on IPAs again lately. It's nothing better, man. I just love them. Yeah, so this is definitely a tasty one. And like you said, you can really taste the interesting flavors in it and stuff. So shout out to Witch's Hat, man. Yeah, I like it.
South Lyon, man.
Yep. But without wasting any time, I want to get into something old, something new, because holy shit was there a ton of music releases this week. So we have plenty of music to talk about with this segment. So with that being said, I believe I started it last week with something old. So I will kick it back over to you.
Let me get that bad boy queued up real quick. For my something old, guys, I decided to go a little bit of a different direction than I like to normally go. And actually not really normal, not the different direction at all. It's totally the same direction. But I wanted to go with Techology 101. It made me think of that because when we went to the casino and I played that track on it, I was like, man, it sounds dated, but at the same time, I still love Tech. And I'm like,
you have reviewed Tech so many times on this podcast.
There's at least like 3 Tech 9 albums I've done in the past like 2.5 years. That's pretty good odds. So, I mean, the dude drops an album every year, so I mean, it's bound to come back up. He's also one of my favorites of all time. Psychology 101 from Tech 9. This is actually probably was one of my introduction albums to him. Definitely really enjoyed this for the time. It did hold, and I can honestly say to you, because I know you're not really a big Tech fan, I don't think this one held up compared to like his most recent projects and stuff like that. As far as like the sound definitely kind of sound a little bit dated. I do thoroughly enjoy it though still, like just for the nostalgia factor for me.
What year did it come out?
2009. So I was like a senior in high school when this came out. So it was kind of like, it was like around this and then like other music I was listening to. It kind of like that it's like that typical coming of age tale. Like you have like that soundtrack from like your late teens, like going into like adulthood, I guess in a way. And there's some tracks on there that definitely fit into this for me. I do want to go with
I can't find this album. Let's see here.
Techology 101. Dude has a lot of albums.
I'm just looking for it here. Let's see here. Albums. Techology. How do you spell it? Is it spelled weird or something?
No, actually. SICKOLLOGY. I'm sorry, SICKOLLOGY.
I think it was Techology.
Sickology.
Oh. Sickology. There it is.
Ta-da!
That's the song. Let's put the album. Here you go.
Thank you, sir.
My bad on that one.
All good.
All right, which one am I playing off of?
Go Red Nose.
Red Nose. All right. Damn, there's a lot.
It's like about being an yeah, dude. I know. It's like about being an outcast in the industry and because we've talked about this because we had that song Blown Away that was like a shot at like Keisha Cole and Rakim and them, and it talks about like how he kind of like felt outcasted by the industry for a long time up until the Carter 4, and then I think B.O.B. had him like they did the M.I. Psycho track together, and that was kind of like his introduction to the mainstream. But at that point, he was already out for like 20 years.
Yeah, this must be when I saw around the time that I saw him live because he was definitely dressing like that on stage. The face painted with the big old afro and the red jumpsuit.
Sounds about right.
That's definitely what he was wearing on stage. And I saw him. I think it was Rock the Bells 2010, so that makes sense if this was 09. Yep. All right, here's a little bit of Red Nose out of Tech 9 off Sickology, not Techology, 101.
Although that would be a dope name for him for an album. I think this is like right when he got the strange music started coming out too.
Yeah. A little bit of Tech 9 for you. Yeah, nice. Yeah, that definitely sounds like I kind of remember that. I feel like that song sounds familiar to me, so I feel like that might be when I saw him. But yeah, so for mine, I wasn't actually, because so much new music got released this week, I didn't really wasn't diving too much into older shit. I was kind of consuming myself with the new albums that I was trying to listen to. But since she was a Detroit kind of a Detroit legend in her own rights, I figured I would go with the Detroit Cobras and kick it back to 1998 when their first album came out. And as we said on the top of the podcast, they were known for doing these like interesting, obscure cover songs of like 60s. You know, she was like a real crate digger in the choices that she would cover. Like a lot of the songs were, you know, kind of obscure tracks, and they would add this garage rock element to it. So the one that I'm going to play for you, the album, I guess I should say the name of the album, huh? It's Mink, Rat, or Rabbit, and that was their debut album from 1998. They got them on the map and got them a record deal and got them out here working. And, you know, they've been touring for 20 years or 20-plus years off of this kind of stuff now, so it's pretty cool. So I'm going to give you guys a little taste of that. Let me pull this up here. Here's a little bit of the Cha-Cha Twist, which is a song that was originally written by Bryce Cofield, and it came out in 1960, but their version is a lot different and came out in 1998. So here's a little bit of that for you.
I've never heard of anything from Detroit Cobras, so I'm actually really
Really?
excited about
Oh, it's pretty
this.
cool.
Yeah.
It's
I know
you'll like
of them.
it.
I just never listened to them. Hmm.
It's cool. It's got some attitude to it.
You know what it reminds me of? Like and I think I texted you about this like when we were off, like back in December. It kind of reminds me of like that feel. Remember the Illuminati Hotties I was talking about?
Yeah.
It kind of gives me like that vibe and stuff
I
like
still
that.
need to check that out. You were telling me about that.
I've
I've heard someone else mention them.
I'm gonna
now.
put them on my. That's probably gonna be one of my something news this week. Just so that album came out. The Illuminati Hotties album came out. I think I want to say like October of like 2021. I didn't listen to it till we were off like that week before Christmas and we were doing like a wrap up stuff like that. If I had more time to spend with it, it easily could have made my top 10, to be honest with you. But I really thoroughly enjoyed like that listen to that album. It's called Let Me Do One More.
Well, shit, we might as well transition into something new right now. Anyway,
all right. Do we have any more something? Do we have any more something notes?
That's it for something.
Okay.
Old.
All right. Cool. All right. I'm gonna go Illuminati Hotties as one of my something news, which is something not quite new, but it was new to me that I never talked about on the show before. And me too. And that's what attracted me to the name. And the cover is pretty tight too.
Yeah.
So the lead singer and is also the engineer and the mixer and audio engineer, Sarah Tudzin? Tudzin?
Okay.
Tudzin?
And Let Me Do One More is the name of the album, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Let Me Do One More by Illuminati Hotties. Formed in I'm like I said, I'm late to the party on it. A lot of because I was kind of scoping out. Because I always compare. I try to compare like with what the other people like around me are doing like musically outside of my genre and stuff like that, like what they're listening to. Because I mean, honestly, if I had my choice, I'd probably be stuck. Because me and you live together, we'd probably be stuck in like hip hop and Motown and shit going forward. We wouldn't like really. I don't get that many punk rock tips and stuff like that. Otherwise, outside of my circle. So I wanted to check outside of my circle and see what they were listening to. A lot of people were talking about this one, and I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And I really fucking enjoyed this album, dude. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, the lead singer, Sarah I'm gonna say Tudzin.
Is this their first album?
Yes, this is their first album. Oh, it's not. Sorry, they have 3 albums.
Oh, they got 3 albums.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
That's actually a lot back catalog. This is like their biggest one, obviously. Yeah, she was an audio engineer that transitioned into an artist, and this is like pretty much her main project. Yeah,
I love it. What should I play for them?
A lot of the blogs got this on like their top like 20, 30 list or whatever the fucking may be.
I saw that. I saw it pop
up
on a few different places.
That's why when somebody told me about it, and then I'm like, all right, I've never heard of them before, but I'll listen to it. And I'm kind of Googling them and searching. I'm like, holy shit, they're like popping out here. But it might be the name, dude. Illuminati Hotties is a fucking dope-ass like name for a band. Dog.
For sure. Oh, man. Yeah, well, I'm excited to hear this. Which one should I go with?
My favorite out of this album, Kickflip for sure.
Kickflip, all right. Here is a little bit of Kickflip out of Illuminati Hotties off the album Let Me Do One More.
LA's #1 health goth. I love that name.
A little bit.
I can hear that.
Eric was saying it sounds like the neighborhood a little bit. It also reminds me a little bit of St. Vincent.
I know, like, if you go pool hopping, that's more like punk rock, like the actual guitars and stuff. That's the opening track.
That's the opening track. Let's just hear a little bit of it just for.
That was more like upbeat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking tight, dude.
That's what I was saying.
This almost reminds me of like old Sum 41 type shit.
Right?